Well, just for the sake of the video, I'm going to show another trick I got up my sleeve. I got some crusty stuff down in here that I cannot get a brush down in here to clean any of this out. I don't have a brush that'll go in there. But just plain old white vinegar, the kind that you get to clean your coffee pot with, that will, many times that'll clean this crusty stuff out of there. But I don't want the vinegar going into places I can't get it out of the carburetor, so I'm not going to fill it up high enough to get into this hole where that jet goes. It's just going to be just cover the bottom there a little bit, and I'll let that soak for a little while. I'm going to put some of this, where is the camera? Put some of this vinegar in a little cap here and drop these jets in there too. Let them soak for a little while. That'll help clean them out. While that's soaking in the carburetor, I'm going to, I had a small screwdriver, here it is. I'm going to take this float out of here, and I'm going to soak this stuff also in vinegar. Well, maybe this float may not need it too much. Just clean this with some air first and a toothbrush and see what it does. This just got too much crusty powdery stuff on it that's bugging me. I'm going to get this gasket off carefully and see if we can clean out the underside of this. And hit that with some air. That came out pretty clean. I'm just going to wipe some vinegar on this with my fingers out of this little thing here. Wipe it on this air bleed. It's for the idle in that hole on top that I cleaned on the other video when it was surging. Can't really soak this very good, but don't know that I need to. But I'm going to clean this hole right here where the needle goes to shut off the fuel. I'm going to clean that hole out pretty good. That vinegar softened up that crusty stuff that was in the bottom of this pretty good, since I couldn't get in there with a brush. I'm just kind of raking it a little bit with the point of the screwdriver. I think it's ready to sop that out of there. And Boy, that cleaned that out real nice. I'm going to get some water put in there because I don't want the acid in there on the acid from the vinegar on the aluminum. I'm going to rinse it out with some water. I could use baking soda and water, but I'm not going to. I don't want the gritty baking soda getting washed into little holes in the carburetor. So I'll just use water since vinegar is a pretty mild acid. I'll slosh that around a little bit and sop that out. Now I'm fishing these little pieces out. So after soaking in that vinegar a little bit, look at that nice bright brassy gold color. Vinegar does something for this. Does a pretty good job. I'm going to blow some air through that. Okay, I blew air through the inside there and through these. And I can look through center of that and see daylight through the other side. I don't know. Yeah, I think we caught. Yeah, we're catching a glimpse of it through there. Yep. All right. That's a really tiny hole in there too, but all right. So that goes back in the carburetor. Okay, it goes in the carburetor over here. And not real tight. Obviously can't fall out. Just snug it down a little bit. That's enough. Then the same thing with these little pieces over here. Put that in some water. Blow some air on it. Came out nice and pretty, didn't it? This one looks like it might still be just a little crusty. Not crusty, but kind of has a film on it maybe. The vinegar doesn't take the film off, but it dissolves it so that you can wipe it off easily. This is the main jet on the bottom. So what's more important with this one is the hole on the inside. So I'm going to get one of these little, they're like picks, they're like torch cleaner tips. And you never force them in there. They do have an abrasive on them. And so you just rub very lightly with the abrasive on the inside of that hole, very lightly, so that all you're taking off is any buildup from old gas and stuff. You're not taking off any metal. So that is good. We'll just blow some air through that and put this back in its hole. Just hook the needle right inside its little place here. Let it hang in there. And we'll put the float back in. And where's that float rod at? Right here, I got it. little pin that holds the float in place. Okay, so that's ready to go back on. Now I gotta put this thing in. Well, this little jet here goes in right inside a little hole right here, and it's kind of awkward to get at it, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to carefully try to hold it with this little pliers, little miniature pliers, to get it in the right position and see if we can get it started like that. Wants to start crooked. There, now it's going good. I'm going to blow some air again in case I chipped some of that brass off of there when I was screwing it down. Ready to put the top back on it. Well, I'm going to put this plug back in on the side. I'm using a 3/4 inch wrench. It fits kind of loose, so it's probably a metric size. I think I have got everything. Now, as far as what hole to put this linkage on, I see a wear pattern on the center hole, but I don't see it on the other ones. I forgot to look at it, so I'm just going to go by the wear pattern. Just carefully situate the gasket as close as I can to where it was. I'm all back together. I'm going to spray some brake cleaner in there because the carburetor is bone dry, no gas in it. This is flammable brake cleaner. I don't get the non-flammable one normally. I do keep a can of it around if I need it, but it doesn't clean as good, doesn't dry near as fast. Flammable brake cleaner is an excellent cleaner. It's an oil dryer, and I also use it for starting fluid. That's good enough for me. Alright, thanks for watching.